Hello everybody, it's MattManectric here, back with episode number 13 of our BattleSpot? Yes, BattleSpot, I said it again, BattleSpot singles series. And today we are back with, on this lovely Thursday, I must say, on this lovely Thursday, we're back with the team that we were battling with yesterday. And, well, this is an interesting opponent. They're bringing an Absol and a Jolteon to play. Two Pokemon you don't usually see that often. Celesteela is quite common. Buzzwole, not too common. Gastrodon, again, not too. I mean, to be fair, he's got quite a unique team. Which I'm very happy to see. So I'm actually going to lead with Darmanitan. So Darmanitan, obviously being Scarf, will outspeed everything on my opponent's team. If he leaves with Gastrodon, I'll be very tempted just to U-turn. To be honest, whatever he leaves with, I'll probably end up U-turning. Gonna want to bring Gardevoir, of course, for the Trick Room. Do bring Beware, potentially. Although, saying that, if I do that... I'm thinking about Charizard. Charizard and Gastrodon are an issue. You know, I'm not even going to bring Trick Room. I'm not even going to do it. Not even going to do it. Because I don't know if we'd live a Heavy Slam from the Celesteela as it is with Gardevoir. So I don't think there's much point, considering that's the only move we're going to be weak to on my entire opponent's team. So, we're going to go Darmanitan's the lead, and I think I'm just going to have Delmise and Clawitzer on the back. Hopefully between those two, we can deal a little bit of damage. That nice Grass Fire Water Core will hopefully carry us through. So obviously in the last game, I was really disappointed in... last episode, I was really disappointed in myself for making that error. And you know what? I didn't record another video after that. So this is I'm recording Thursday's video on the Thursday. I didn't record anymore because I was just like, nah. We'll have a nice half an hour break before the stream and then get into the stream. It's going to be cool. You know what? The stream was awesome. So my opponent is, in fact, going to lead with the Gastrodon. I'm going to go for the U-turn and just switch straight out. There's no point in keeping Darmanitan around. He might up the Stealth Rock, obviously to reduce Darmanitan's usefulness. But I can just go ahead, bring in Delmise. If he has the Charizard, that would really suck, because that would really put me into a bad situation where I don't really know what I would do. So I think I would have to predict the switch out into Charizard. We do pull off the U-turn, go out into Delmise, and we'll see where that puts us. We do have the Switcheroo, should I want to do that, but I don't think I do. I'm expecting to see a Scold from the Gastrodon. There it is. Please don't burn me. Please. Good. Now the Power Whip is incredibly obvious. Surely he's going to predict that. Surely. Let's go for Shadow Claw. Surely he's going to predict me to go for Power Whip. He does switch out, and he goes into Charizard, so we did make the correct play in going for the Shadow Claw, which I'm very happy about. Shadow Claw does how much? Maybe 60%? Phone, really? We actually almost knock it out from that range of HP. And he's going to be forced to go for the Fire-type move. So we're going to go straight back out into Darmanitan. We're going to take the Flamethrower or the Air Slash, whatever he wants to do. And then we're going to knock him out next turn with a... probably with a Flare Blitz. Definitely a Flare Blitz. It's definitely going to be a Flare Blitz. Because some boosted Sheer Force Stab Flare Blitz from a Darmanitan is going to do some damage to whatever he wants to bring in. So Charizard, Drought goes up. That's fine. And he's going to hit us with an Overheat. We might not even live this. Oh my god. The damage. The damage is real from that Charizard. Not resisted my bumhole. Jesus, that did so much. So, for those who don't realise, that's a base 148 attack under Sun from something with base 159 special attack with Stab. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Fortunately, though, we should live a Solar Beam now that he is at -2. And I can just go for the Dark Pulse because it is boosted by Mega Launcher. And with the Life Orb damage, I would like to think that that would do a decent chunk of damage to the Gastrodon. He does bring in the Gastrodon. I mean, Gastrodon has taken a bit of damage anyway from the U-turn from Darmanitan earlier on. Dark Pulse actually does nothing. That's really disappointing about how much damage that does. I'm pretty sure Clawitzer outspeeds. It's not a minus speed nature. So we should outspeed. We do get a second Dark Pulse off. Is this enough? It's not. Can we get the flinch? Can we get the flinch? Oh my god, it's running Fisher. No. No, 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 no. You are not going for Fisher. You are not going for Fisher. You dick. You complete dick. He's going to bring in the Cellar Stealer, which I'm not too happy about, to be honest. Because he's probably got Leech Seed and stuff. That's a 2-hit KO. Water Pulse knocks him out. Water Pulse knocks him out. Let's go for Water Pulse. That did a lot more damage than I expected. The Water Pulse should knock him out because it's stab. It's going to do far more than what... Okay, that did 0. That literally did 0. Air Slash. So obviously he's predicted me to switch into the Delmies. I don't know if we can win this now. I think I've just lost the game because I've kept Clawitzer in and I shouldn't have kept it in. I should have went out into Delmies. Oh no. Well, I have to Water Pulse. There's no point in me switching out, is there? Because then Clawitzer, Celesteely just 2-hit KOs Delmies. I'm pretty much banking on Charizard missing a Air Slash. Not Air Slash, sorry, an Overheat on Delmies. I mean, what I would say is that if this was Assault Vest Clawitzer, we wouldn't have been doing as much damage onto the we wouldn't be doing enough damage to the Celesteela if we were Assault Vest. This isn't looking good. He's going to Solar Beam us. Oh, he's going to withdraw and get a special attack boost onto Gastrodon, which is fine. Because you don't have Water Absorb. I don't care. You do that. That's fine. That's okay. Fine, I'll click Dark Pulse instead. That's literally fine. That's okay. I don't mind that. I mean, Gastrodon's going to go down. It's not going to make use of the special attack boost, but to be honest, Charizard just has to come here and click Solar Beam and then click Overheat and it's game over. Delmies was clearly the wrong option. I bought it specifically for Gastrodon, and to be fair, it really didn't do anything against Gastrodon. Clawitzer was enough. I think in both episodes so far, I have seriously underestimated Clawitzer. I think it's a lot better than what I think it is. He's gone for the Flamethrower just to be accurate and whatever. We can't win. There's no way we're living the hit, unfortunately. Not in the sun. Not from this Charizard. He probably overheats, to be honest, because we are in the 1400s, and these types of players will go for the overkill, so I would expect him to go for an overheat, so maybe we do have that chance. Maybe we do have that chance. Or is he going to play it safe and just go for Flamethrower? He does play it safe and go for Flamethrower. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. That's GG. I don't think that was anything I really could have done. Delmies was the wrong option. What was the right option? Probably Beware wasn't the right option because we're weak to fire. Gardevoir wouldn't have been the right option. I guess for Trick Room maybe Gardevoir would have been a good option, but then I would have been outsped by the Gastrodon, and that wouldn't have been good. Because then it can get off the recovers that it needs to, and it just gets a bit messy in that scenario. It just gets a bit messy. I don't think there's anything else I really could have done. I think Charizard was just too good. And that overheat was ridiculous. I didn't expect the overheat. I did not expect the overheat. I don't think Flamethrower would have knocked us out. Yeah, I mean, Morwild's going to get knocked out by the Charizard. I guess we could have bought Morwald and run Sucker Punch, which could have won us the game, actually, now thinking about it that way. That's probably the only way of doing it. But I don't see a Flamethrower knocking out, or Fire Blast knocking out Darmanitan for health. I think he needed Overheat, and I think the Overheat came in clutch for him. So, fair play to my opponent for running Overheat. But this opponent is running the Latios, the Scizor, the Primarina, the Tyranitar, the Charizard, and the Garchomp. So Charizard shows its ugly face again. And looking at this team, definitely do not want to be bringing Gardevoir, to be honest with you. Like, it's just... I mean, I could bring it. The problem is Scizor. Scizor, I think he's going to leave with Scizor as well. I will bring Gardevoir on the back. I take it back. I will bring it, because I think with Trick Room, when we outspeed a few things, he's quite weak to Fairy. He's got 3 things weak to Fairy. And Psyshock will do quite a bit of damage after a Calm Mind onto Primarina. So we'll bring Gardevoir. Definitely not going to want to lead with it though. I think I'm going to lead with Clawitzer. Have Gardevoir and then probably have Darmanitan in the back for a switching on to Charizard. I know we just got bodied by Charizard, okay, with Darmanitan, but not every bloody Charizard runs Overheat. Not every Charizard runs Overheat, so I'm going to bring Darmanitan. I think these three just seem to have really good synergy. That's why I keep bringing them. And I need to bring Mawile, and I need to bring Beware at some point. I know, I just haven't... We keep running into Charizards, and Charizard is not a place for Beware. I mean, when you've got Fluffy, you're weak to it. Okay, yes, we're Assault Vesta, but we're not living a Flamethrower. We are not living a Flamethrower in the sun. So this girl with a pretty damn cool hat, I like it, I like it, I like it. Comes in with the Charizard lead. Okay. As we lead with Clawitzer. Am I okay with this? To be honest, it could be X. It could be X. The way he leads with it. Unless he's just going to blast me in the face with a Solar Beam and knock me out. In which case, it would be smart to go into Darmanitan and Rock Slide. So, I think we're going to do that. Solar Beam will probably do about 40% to Darmanitan. Overheat, we know, is a one-hit KO. Flamethrower will probably do about 40%. It is going to be Y, which is a bit annoying. All you see in BattleSpot singles is Y. All you see in Smoking singles is X. So that's what I've learned. That's what I've learned. So we're going to see the... We are going to see the Solar Beam. That's fine. That's okay. We should live this. We should live this. I am semi-tempted to just hit this thing with a Flare Blitz, in all honesty, because I think it would do a monstrous amount of damage. Should we see how much damage a Flare Blitz would actually do? Let's look it up. Let's bring up the damage calculator and find out, because I am quite curious. So Darmanitan, Jolly, Choice Guard, yep, and Charizard. Y. Flare Blitz actually does have a slim chance to knock it out in one hit. It does have a slim chance, but I'm going to click Rock Slide just to ensure that we do get the knockout, because I don't think he's going to switch. He doesn't switch. Darmanitan is going to be able to take out the Charizard, which is excellent, because that is a threat. That is an enormous threat. But no, if you're running Life Orb, or maybe even Adamant Nature, an Adamant Flare Blitz has a 56% chance to OHKO, and Life Orb Jolly, which I know some people do run, is a guaranteed knockout in the sun. How interesting. How very interesting. So Primarina is going to come in. I could bring Gardevoir here, but he's... do I bring Clawitzer? I could bring Clawitzer. But Clawitzer can't really do much to it, can it at all? Like, really it can't. And Clawitzer actually hits a lot of Pokemon with super effective damage, so... We're going to bring in the Gardevoir. I mean, we don't have any special bulk actually. We're max HP, max defense. As if you'd have watched the last episode, you'd know that, because we were able to live the Kartana Smart Strike, which is quite funny. So we are going to trace Torrent, which isn't going to help us at all, as we do see the Sparkling Aria come out from this thing. Are we going to see the Specs? It's probably going to be Specs, isn't it? Oh, that did nothing. That's not Specs. There is no way that is Specs. And I'm actually just going to set up with a Carmine because I can. I very much... Maybe if it's Mega Scizor, he's not going to bring Scizor, is he? If it's Mega Scizor, it won't be Sizzle. So we can just set up a Carmine here. I'm hoping he's got a super effective move against me. Just like a weak, maybe a Shadow Ball or something like that. Oh, shit. Oh, dear. Nice frame rate. Nice frame rate, DS. Well done. And we're going to see... Wait, does this mean I can't... Is this going to get, like, taken down for copyright now? Because I've heard that flipping Oceanic Operetta will get you done with copyright. So maybe I'll have to, like, blank out this move animation and just keep the audio in. Which... I apologise if I have to do that. And you guys aren't going to see it. That is 0! What is... Is this like an in-game team or something? Is that an in-game Primarina? Because it's doing 0 damage to us. I mean, okay, yes, we are going to be at... We do have a Calm Mind boost, but that's besides the point. I'm going to hit this thing with a side shot because it's got a much higher special defense in comparison to its defense stat. So side shot should do some tasty damage. And actually, it's going to be a 2-hit KO, which is nice. It's going to be a 2-hit KO as we do see the Moonblast come out, which is, you know, that's fine. That's alright. That's alright. That's a crit. That's not a crit. That just does way more damage than I expected it to. Alright, let's go for the side shock then. Saying that, I'm not. This video obviously isn't going to be monetized because I don't monetize my videos. So maybe I don't know anything about copyright laws. I literally know nothing about copyright. So maybe it might be alright. It might be alright. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to go for a Trick Room in the off chance that this Garchomp does not knock out Gardevoir. Be ideal if it doesn't. He does go for the Earthquake though, which is definitely going to be a knockout. But it does leave space for Clawitzer to actually come in and go for an Ice Beam, so I might. Do I want to? No, I think I'm just going to bring Clawitzer and just go for Ice Beam. He could opt to bring in the Primarina, but with Life Orb, how much? I don't remember how much health Primarina had. Not much, I don't think. Maybe a third. We'll go for the Ice Beam. See if we can get a knockout. If he does bring in Primarina, I'll probably switch out, predicting a Moonblast or an Energy Ball, going back out to Darmanitan, and I'll probably use Flare Blitz. Because Flare Blitz is damage. He goes into Primarina, as expected. And how much damage is this going to do? Not even close to enough. Not even close to enough. I think Clawitzer will live one Earthquake from that range. So let's bring in Darmanitan. Hopefully it does not go for the Water type move. If it goes for the Water move, it's probably game over because we're not living a Moonblast and Earthquake. But I think we'll live. I think we'll live one hit. Into Darmanitan. Does he go for the Water move? He's gone for the Moonblast, which might finish up the game in our favour. I can actually just click Flare Blitz here. And, or even Earthquake. What's going to do more? Flare Blitz with Sheer Force is going to do probably about maybe about 200 power? Bit more than that? An Earthquake is only going to be 100. Oh, I guess Flare Blitz is resisted as well. Do you know what? Flare Blitz is probably going to do more. Flare Blitz is probably going to do more. So we're going to go for Flare Blitz. Oh, it's got Aqua Jet! You're joking, right? Why the fuck do you have Aqua Jet? What is this Primarina set? Is it Expert Belt? What? Why are you running Aqua Jet? Don't run Aqua Jet. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? Josh, this could be another game where Trick Room might have come in handy, you know, because then, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to go for Water Pulse here, because it might have been the Ice Beam last time might have been a damage roll. Oh, we have speed. Why is this Primarina so slow? What's Primarina's speed? I swear it was like base 70 something. Primarina. Oh, it's only base 60. Interesting. I think Clawitz is actually base 59. And we've got no speed investment. That's... I'm confused. I'm confused. There is a chance we can win this. Can we live a hit from this Garchomp? He's already used a Z move, so we can't pull that out of the bag. If it's Banded Outrage, we won't live that. If it's Scarfed Outrage, we potentially can live. I'm not too sure. We're gonna see the Outrage. Come through, Clawitzer! Come through, Clawitzer! On the 13 HP! There we have it! Clawitzer's gonna win us the game, knocking out the Garchomp with the Ice Beam. Whew! And the Lobster comes through, knocking itself out in the process with Life Orb. Who wins? Good, we win. We win. Whew! Good. My God! That game came down to the wire. Mate, that was so clutch. That was so clutch. Oh my God. Moving into our third and final game of the episode then. Mate, what a game that was. That was, I have just got so much spit all over my DS after that. That was mad. That was actually mental. What a game. Clawitzer pulling through against the Garchomp. Wow. Oh my God. What I say at the, did I say it at the beginning of the episode? Did I say it was the 13th? It could be unlucky 13. I don't know, but it's episode 13. I don't even remember if I mentioned it at the beginning. Unlucky 13 episode. It finishes on 13 HP, for God's sake. Screw unlucky 13, mate. 13 is the lucky number. 13 is indeed the lucky number. And I think, oh my God, Clawitzer, you are incredible. You are incredible. Guys, go out, breed yourself out of a Clawitzer and start using it, because Clawitzer is a monster. It is an absolute monster. I was so close to not using Clawitzer as well. I was actually going to be using a Rockwind originally, but then I decided that I had nothing. I was just too weak to flying and too weak to fire, so I wanted Clawitzer. And oh, it's pulled through. It has pulled through. The problem with this particular Clawitzer set is we can't do much to Water Fairy, like Primarina, like Tapu Fini, which is a shame, but I think in this match, oh, it's P2. I think we're going to have to bring Beware, aren't we? Beware is going to be bought for definite. I think I'm going to lead with the Delmise. I have to bring Darmanitan because of Ferrothorn. No, it's fair. If we've got Beware, we don't really need to do that because I've got no, but it's superpower and it's not. No, we're gonna bring Darmanitan with Beware. I think. Have we got anything that we really lack? We've got switch-ins into P2 with Beware. We've got Delmise to take on the Tapu Fini. We've got nothing for the Salamence. Really nothing for the Salamence. I'm going to take out Delmise then. I'll bring Morwan instead. Oh, we're going to struggle against that Tapu Fini. We're going to really struggle against it. We are. I know we are as well. We are going to really struggle. I don't think... So far, I don't think I've used Trick Room once, which... I might have used it once last episode, which I think is hilarious, because this team is meant to be built around Trick Room. But I guess it's just bulky enough to not need Trick Room, if it can still pick up a couple wins here and there. So we do lead with the Darmanitan. As my opponent opts to lead with a Powlon, obviously just going to want to set up his rocks straight away. That is fine. That is fine. And actually, I could just bring in Beware into their Powlon. The issue is if it's Rocky Helmet, because that would really suck. If it's not Rocky Helmet, I'll bring in Beware. We'll go for the U-turn, and this will let us scout to see if it is Rocky Helmet or not. It could be lefties, it could be like the Argyle Berry thing, or Figgy Berry, whatever. It could be... Did I say lefties? I might have already said lefties, I'm not sure. Let's go for the U-turn, let's find out. You are not Rocky Helmet. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. That was not fun. That was not a fun sneeze. I now really regret not bringing Delmise, because it would be quite useful for this Powlon, I'm not going to lie. He does opt to just set up the rocks, though, so that is okay. That is okay. We do have the Assault Vest, so we are going to be living any special hits that this Powlon wants to throw at us. Not that the Powlon wouldn't run anything special, but... You know, I'm just saying. Let's just click Ice Punch. Let's get a nice amount of damage onto this thing, hopefully. Tasty, tasty damage. That's a fair bit, actually. As the Citrus Berry pops. Yep. And we're gonna... Oh my god. Don't do this. I hate Hippowdon. It's so annoying, because you have to... something has to go to sleep, because it just yawns, and it's just like... Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Hippowdon is so obnoxious. You're going to yawn me, but wait, you better flipping freeze this thing. You better freeze this thing. See, I think the idea is he yawns and goes out into Salamence. But now I'm going for Ice Punch. He's probably now having a rethink, like, do I really want Salamence taking an Ice Punch? And clearly he doesn't want Salamence taking an Ice Punch, because otherwise he would be switching out. Oh, we do get the freeze with Beware! Beware! Oh, I love you, Beware, you monster! Yes, you have a nice nap. You enjoy that nap. My God, mate, the luck. The luck. The luck is real. I could actually switch out now into Darmanitan and just hit something with a Flare Blitz, which is what I'm going to do. And, I mean, if he goes into Ments, that is going to be annoying, but... Because we are going to be at -1. Although, to be fair, I could Rock Slide. He's definitely got the Ments, because I think... That's the idea. He just... That's why it took so long to rethink what he was going to do. He's like, oh, he's going for Ice Punch. I don't really want to... I don't really want to, you know... Oh, he's actually going to switch out to Ments this turn. Interesting. Alright, that's fine. Now, he does get an Intimidate off, but we do have Sheer Force, which is why I'm not too worried about it. Because I think Sheer Force probably counteracts it a little bit. And with the Scarf, we are going to outspeed Ments, so... If he sets up D-Dance, then that's going to really suck. But we do have Sucker Punch on Morwell, so... It's not the end of the world. Let's click Rock Slide and see how much damage we can do. I think bringing in Darmanitan this turn was certainly the right thing to do. Just to get damage off onto this thing, because that is the most important thing at this stage of the battle. Just get as much damage onto this Salamence as possible. We've got Hippowdon Frozen, which is... I could not have asked for Beware to do anything more. We got a decent amount of damage on it. We got it frozen. To be fair, I'm quite happy it's frozen and not knocked out, in a sense, because... It's kind of just there doing nothing, and so it's nothing useful for my opponent. I guess he can use it as Death Fodder, but he might go out to it, predicting me to go for a Flare Blitz. That is one thing, and try and get Thor out, but it wouldn't have a Flare Blitz if I did do that, so... Darmanitan going to go for the Rock Slide. We are going to see the Mega Ments, which is fine. That's expected. And I'm expecting to see a Dragon Dance here, in all honesty. Dragon Dance is very much expected. We go for the Rock Slide. How much can we do? It's actually not even a 2-hit KO. I get that it's under Intimidate, but that is pathetic. That is disgraceful. He actually gets a crit, which I'm fine with. I expected Darmanitan to be going down this turn anyway. So that is A-okay by my standards. And we can actually just go ahead and bring in Morwell and go for a Sucker Punch. Now, what I would say is, we do need to be careful that he... Do we Sucker Punch? We could set up a Swords Dance, you know. But the thing, what I'm thinking, is he could predict me to do it. And then potentially set up a substitute, potentially go for a Roost, maybe. So I think I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm just going to click Play Rough instead of going for Sucker Punch, because I just think it's too predictable. If he Earthquakes me, Earthquake won't knock us out, because it's not Stab. He is at -1. And I could also see him potentially wanting to switch out as well. But I just think it's too risky to go for Sucker Punch when we know he's not going to knock us out on one hit. Unless he maybe has Fire Blast, but I doubt it. It's just too much of a risk. Because if he Roosts and then is back up to a decent amount of HP, it's like, well, crap. So I'd much rather just bring them all and just knock it out without taking any damage. Ideally, if he does go for Roost. Alternatively, he could go for a substitute, which I don't know if he's quite got enough HP to do it. He might do. He's pretty much bang on 25%, maybe slightly under. So maybe he can't set up the sub. So I've been having a real think about what he should be doing here. But to be honest, his best play is probably to go into Ferrothorn. He is actually going to stay in. So are we going to see the Roost? Has he predicted me to go for a Sucker Punch? Hopefully that is the case. He does go for the Roost, predicting the Sucker Punch. We do go for the Play Rough. Now it's all about if Morwell can hit the Play Rough. We do connect the Play Rough. That Ments is not living that hit. And I've just had a think. And my think is that I should have kept Darmanitan around in case he has Ferrothorn. I've not kept the end game in mind, and that is really bad. Hippowdon's going to come in, that's fine. That just gets Iron-Headed to be knocked out. That's fine. That's okay. I mean, we do have Beware around, so I guess it's not the end of the world. He could potentially... I mean... The fact that Beware's asleep as well is an issue. Let's go for the Iron Head. Let's knock out the Hippowdon. That thing goes down. Morwell bringing back this battle. What is his final one? If it is Ferrothorn, I will set up Swords Dances. I will set up like it is nobody's business. Because he's probably just going to try and Leech Seed Storm me. It's actually going to be Excadrill. So I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch. I am going to go for a Sucker Punch. There's no point in me going for Swords Dance. I'm just going to go straight for the Sucker Punch. Try and get as much damage onto this thing as possible. Earthquake probably knocks us out. He does go for the Earthquake. Can we survive a hit? Morwell, can you come through for us? No. But we do have Beware with Fluffy. The question is, can we wake up in time? So this game again is going to come down to a bit of luck. Fluffy obviously does buff our defenses massively. Oh, it's only for contact moves though, isn't it? Earthquake's not going to get affected by it. I think it's game over. I think we've lost. I don't see any way that we live this. I just don't see it. Or at least okay, he's got the Z move. Yeah, it's game over. So unfortunately, it's not enough. And actually, thinking back through the battle, I think there was a different play I could have made. But I'm just gonna before I say the play, I'm just gonna make sure that I could have made it and it would have won me the game. I'm just want to double check. More while. So, looking at how much damage that Sucker Punch did, and if we look at Mega Ments, okay, so I quite like to do this. So I like to work out, you know, what I could have done to potentially win the game. Now, something that I could have potentially done is on the Mega Salamence' roost, I could have went for a Sword Stance. Now, provided he didn't have Earthquake, which is obviously very probable, although I don't know how much an Earthquake would have done to us. Again, I'm going to just check that out, because I don't think an Earthquake knocks us out at -1. I know, yeah, -1 Earthquake definitely doesn't knock us out. So he was at -1. That could have given me a very good opportunity to set up with Morwell with Sword Stances. Now, if I do that, that then puts my own opponent into a situation where he has to knock me out at all costs. And providing we obviously live the Earthquake, which we would, and I go for Sucker Punch twice. I mean, he could have messed around a little bit, and I could have predicted him to roost again after the first Sucker Punch. You know, there would have been some mind games in that, but it would have been possible for me to win by going for the Sword Stance and Sucker Punching the Salamence. A +2, the Sucker Punch had a 100% chance to knock out the Excadrill. So by Sword Dancing on the Ments, trying to knock it out with the mind games, and then Excadrill coming in and knocking out with the Sucker Punch, we win the game. That was the only way I could have won the game from that position. But nonetheless, if you did enjoy the game, or the games that were played today, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. There will be no stream tonight, being Thursday, the 4th of May. Happy Star Wars Day. Yeah, I did say Thursday, didn't I? Not Friday. Thursday, the 4th of May. There will be no stream tonight because I'm working. But there will be streams on the Friday, and I will see you for Friday's recording as well. Links in the description if you are new for Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. And we will see you next time.